Tetrapodophyes is an extinct snake which lived approximately 120 million years ago during the early Cretaceous period. It is currently unknown when it was originally discovered, but it supposedly was discovered decades ago in Ceará, Brazil. However, it wasn't named until 2015 when it was named by David Martil. Its name means four-legged snake. One of the most interesting facts about Tetrapodophyes is that there is a little bit of controversy surrounding its fossils. One thing that complicates it is that it is currently unknown where exactly it came from. It has been said it was discovered in Brazil several decades ago, but no one knows who discovered it. And it is also unknown how it ended up on a limestone slab in Germany when David Martil discovered it there and named it. Which means it is either really a four-legged snake from the Cretaceous period or it is a hoax. If you look at Tetrapodophyes pictures, then you'll clearly see that this animal had four legs, if this snake is real. You'll also notice that it was about a foot long and weighed under a pound. More than likely, it was too small to prey on animals, even small ones, so it may have been an insectivore. While the validity of this fossil is still somewhat in debate, it could be an important fossil if it is discovered to be real. If it is real, then it would be an evolutionary link between the precursor of snakes and the two-legged snakes that lived during the late Cretaceous period. Unfortunately, it is just too early to tell. Until it is either proven to be a real fossil or proven to be a fake, all we can do is wait and see. Matsoya is an extinct snake which lived from approximately 90 million years ago to 2 million years ago, from the late Cretaceous period through the Pleistocene period. It was first discovered during the 1930s in Argentina and was named by George Gaylord Simpson in 1933. One of the most important facts about Matsoya is that it is more important as a representative of a genus than it is as a specific species. What I mean by that, it is the representative snake of all of the snake ancestors of today, the Matsoyidae. Animals which were widely distributed all across the planet for over 88 million years ago. However, it is currently unclear how these prehistoric snakes were related to the snakes of today. If you take a look at Matsoya pictures, then you'll notice this snake was approximately 30 feet long and weighed around 50 pounds. However, there have been specimens found that were only 10 feet long and weighed approximately 5 pounds, so with current evidence, it is unclear just how big these snakes grew. What is known about this snake, however, is that it probably hunted and killed its prey much like a modern boa. It would wrap itself around its prey and then constrict it to death. This resulted in the animal not being able to breathe, and thereby asphyxiating, or damage being done to the animal's heart, which would have led to cardiac arrest. Either way, this snake then would have been able to swallow its prey whole and digest it at its leisure. Gigantophyes is an extinct snake which lived approximately 40 million to 35 million years ago during the late Eocene period. It was first discovered around the turn of the 20th century in Africa and was named in 1901 by Charles William Andrews. He named it Gigantophyes, a name which means giant snake. One of the most interesting facts about Gigantophis is that it was considered the largest snake to have ever lived for over 100 years, from its discovery in 1901 all the way up to 2009. That is when Titanoboa was discovered, a snake which was quite a bit bigger than Gigantophis. Although this snake wasn't the largest to have ever lived, that doesn't mean that it was by any means small. If you look at Gigantophis pictures, then you will clearly see that it was still a pretty big snake. It was approximately 33 feet long and weighed around 1,000 pounds. That's a full 17 feet shorter and 1,500 pounds lighter than Titanoboa. However, it still is larger than a reticulated python, which is considered to be the longest snake living today. Based on the hunting habits of modern snakes, paleontologists have concluded that Gigantophis probably spent its time hunting some of the megafauna mammals such as Moeritherium, Andrewsarchus and Auroch. Most likely, it would have wrapped itself around its prey and then constricted them until they asphyxiated. Then it would have swallowed them whole and digested them at its own leisure. Titanoboa is an extinct snake which lived approximately 60 million years ago during the Paleogene period. Its fossils were first discovered in coal mines in La Guajira, Colombia in 2009. Later that year, it was given its name, a name which means Titanic boa. If you look closely at Titanoboa pictures, then you can clearly see just how huge this snake really was. It was approximately 50 feet long and weighed around 2,500 pounds. To put that into perspective, that is twice as long as the longest snake living today and 4 times as heavy as the giant anaconda. It is definitely a snake that you wouldn't want to meet. The most interesting facts about Titanoboa is that while it looked quite a bit like a modern-day anaconda, it most likely didn't hunt like one. Modern anacondas hunt by wrapping themselves around their prey and constricting them to death. Titanoboa probably didn't do that. Most likely, it sneaked up on its prey and with one quick strike, bit them in the jugular. That would have allowed it to consume its meal at its own leisure.